Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you are well. So today we're going to talk about the 5 categories of real estate. We're going to talk about the ones that you normally hear about and then some that maybe you have not heard about. So maybe this may pique your interest as far as business ideas. So the first we're going to talk about is residential. So we all heard of residential. Residential is your single family homes and your multi-family homes up to 4 units. So that is the residential. So again, single family homes and multi-family homes up to 4 units. So you probably know that already, but I'm just going to go over the 5 different categories. So number one is residential. Then number two, commercial. Commercial. So when you get into 5 units and up, you have hit commercial. So commercial is usually your business property, anything that has to do with business property. So this is things like office space, owning office space, owning shopping centers, um, hotels, um, business type properties, stores. I said shopping centers already, uh, theaters, like owning movie theater, parking facilities. So all of this goes into the category of commercial, which is business property. So out of those, what piques your interest? Just curious to know. Office space, shopping centers, theaters, stores, hotels, parking facilities. So everybody has different interests. So if you know anyone who owns movie theaters, have them reach out to me. I'm going to put my email below. If you know anyone who owns movie theaters, the parking facilities, I'm aware that the parking facilities, they may be going out of business because in the future we're going to have cars that drive themselves. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works out with the whole parking business, because things are not going to be the same, with this whole electric vehicle move, and then they're developing cars that actually drive themselves. So let's see. If you know anyone who owns parking facilities, have them reach out to me just for curiosity, and I can bring them onto the show. Um, or anyone that's in any other sector of the commercial space. I have them reach out to me. I'm gonna put my email below. So again, that is commercial. That is the business property. That is your office space, your shopping centers, your stores, theaters, hotels, parking facilities. So imagine owning a movie theater. Um, do I have any actresses watching me? Actors, film directors. Imagine owning a movie theater. Then you write your movie and you're in the movie of your movie theater. That would be pretty dope, wouldn't it? Depending on what your interest is. So here I am, I'm up on the screen in my movie theater. And then who's coming to watch my movie? So I just think that's an interesting area. So this commercial, business property. Again, office space, shopping centers, stores, theaters, hotels, parking facilities. The hotel industry um, seems like they're still doing well, but the hotel industry is kind of up in the air because some nights people may reserve it, and then other nights they may be vacant because, like with COVID, I'm sure people were not traveling to stay in hotels, um, things like that with the hotel industry. Seems like it would not be a guaranteed stay. So if you know anyone in the hotel industry, have them contact me just out of curiosity. bring them onto the show. So that is the second sector of real estate. So we have residential, we have commercial. Another sector is agricultural. So we don't talk about this a lot. Agricultural. So that is owning things like farms, timberland, ranches, and orchids. So, if you know anyone who owns a farm, have them reach out to me. Also, timberland, have them reach out to me. Have you guys ever seen a timberland? Do you even know what that looks like or what that is? Well, I haven't looked it up on YouTube, but perhaps I will. Are you guys familiar with what a timberland is? First of all, see, all of this is about exposure. What are you exposed to? So, I didn't grow up around timberlands, as you can tell. So, I have not even been to one before. So, people have been exposed to timberlands and then they own it. And this is considered a part of real estate. This is the agricultural sector. So, again, owning farms, owning timberlands, owning ranches, owning orchids. Orchards. Do you know anyone who owns orchards? Have them come onto the show. All right. This show is all about exposure, right? So that is the other sector, agricultural. So we talked about residential, we talked about commercial, we talked about agricultural, farms, timberlands, ranches, orchards. We have special purposes, the category of special purposes. So this is your category of service. Like someone owns it, but service is taking place out of it. So for special purposes, those would be your churches or your places of worship. If you're a different religion, say if you're Muslim and you go to the mosque, Jehovah Witness, you go to that building. So places of worship, those are special purpose. Schools, cemeteries, government held land. So all of these are fit under the category special purpose. So just think of service. So you got your church, you got your schools, you got your cemeteries, and you got government held land. So some people may be interested in going to this sector of real estate and owning a church, like you own it, owning a school, like you own it. Maybe you built it from the ground up, or you took over a building that was already there and you own it. You own this school. And so the students that come in and out, um, you're teaching these students, or you own a cemetery. You know, it's just a fact of life. People, when they pass away, they go to the cemetery and somebody owns that. Somebody is interested in buying a cemetery. Can you imagine that? Somebody is interested in buying a cemetery. And then land, government held land. So this fits under the category of special purpose. So these are services, service type things. Your churches, your schools, your cemeteries, your government held land. So we got your residential, we got commercial, we got agricultural, we got special purpose, and then there is one more that is industrial. Industrial. So what is industrial? Industrial, that is your factories. Has anyone ever worked in a factory before? Have you been inside of a factory? See, this is all about exposure. So, your factory, your warehouse, Has anyone been in a warehouse before? Um, or land that is in industrial districts. So that's the industrial. We don't hear about industrial a lot, but someone is interested in buying a factory and owning that. And somebody else is interested in buying a warehouse and owning that. Someone else is interested in buying land that is in industrial districts and owning that. So we have our residential, we have our commercial, we have our agricultural, we have our special purpose, and we have our industrial. These are the 5 categories of real estate. So it's a lot to go into. Pick whatever you're interested in. And then there's some stuff here that I have not even mentioned, like your storage facilities, assisted living facilities. Um, and then if there's anything else, put it in the comments. All right. So this is what I would like for you to do. First of all, I would like for you to hit the like button. Second of all, this is what I would like for you to do. If you know anyone who owns a shopping center, have them email me. If you know anyone who owns a movie theater, have them email me. Anyone that owns a hotel, email me. Anyone who owns a parking facility, email me. Um, Land. Let's get somebody on the show to talk about land. Are you guys interested in factories or warehouses? So, okay, if you know anyone who owns factories or warehouses, have them reach out to me. Um, just for exposure reasons. And if you know anyone who owns timberland, have them reach out to me. Anyone who owns orchards, have them reach out to me. And let me see. Mm, the cemetery, that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of creepy. You guys want to hear from somebody who owns a cemetery? All right. Have the cemetery people reach out to me, and the school, and you own the church building. I always consider churches to be a nonprofit, but somebody owns that church. So have the owner reach out to me, and I'll leave my email at the bottom. Those are the 5 categories of real estate. So real estate is vast. It's a whole lot of stuff you can get into. And I still haven't mentioned a lot of stuff. I haven't mentioned resorts, owning resorts. Um, let's see, we talked about the storage facilities, assisted living facilities. But yeah, have those people reach out to me and bring them on this show, because this show is all about exposure, right? So if you like this channel, if you got any value from this channel, please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And before you leave, hit the like button. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day.